What if I told you there's a European country where you can vote online, start a business without living there, drive for miles without seeing another person, and breathe some of the cleanest air on Earth? Welcome to Estonia, a tiny nation full of unbelievable secrets that most travelers have never heard of. Let's uncover 13 facts that will completely change the way you see Europe. Estonia, the world's digital pioneer. Imagine living in a country where almost every government service is just a few clicks away. In Estonia, over 99% of public services are available online, allowing citizens to file taxes, renew prescriptions, register a business, and access medical records without visiting an office. This remarkable digital transformation has made Estonia one of the most technologically advanced nations on Earth. Estonia also made history as the first country to introduce nationwide online voting. Since 2005, eligible citizens have been able to cast their ballots securely from anywhere in the world using a digital ID. In recent national elections, more than half of all votes were submitted online, demonstrating a high level of public trust in the country's digital infrastructure. One of Estonia's most innovative ideas is e-Residency, launched in 2014. This program allows entrepreneurs from around the globe to establish and manage an EU-based company entirely online. Today, more than 120,000 e-residents from over 180 countries have joined the program, creating thousands of businesses without ever relocating to Estonia. Fast, reliable internet is considered essential infrastructure across the country, while digital skills are introduced at an early age in many schools. By combining advanced technology, secure digital identity, and forward-thinking education, Estonia has earned a global reputation as a model for the digital future. Europe's most sparsely populated country. For many visitors, the biggest surprise about Estonia isn't its technology, it's the silence. With a population of only about 1.37 million people spread across 45,039 square kilometers, Estonia is one of the least densely populated countries in Europe, averaging just around 30 people per square kilometer. In comparison, countries like Germany and the United Kingdom have population densities several times higher. Outside the capital, Tallinn, the landscape changes dramatically. Endless forests, peaceful lakes, and quiet country roads stretch for miles. In some rural regions, it's entirely possible to drive for 20 or even 30 kilometers without seeing another car or passing through a village. More than half of Estonia's land area is covered by forests, while over 200-300 islands are scattered along its Baltic coastline, making nature feel almost untouched. Despite its small population, Estonia consistently ranks among Europe's safest countries, with low crime rates and a high quality of life. The peaceful environment attracts travelers looking to escape crowded tourist destinations and to experience genuine tranquility. For many Estonians, this quiet lifestyle isn't unusual. It's simply part of everyday life. In a world that never seems to slow down, Estonia offers something increasingly rare: space, silence, and the feeling that nature still comes first. The people of Estonia. One of the most interesting things about Estonia isn't just its landscapes. It's the people who call this quiet country home. Like many European nations with aging populations, women slightly outnumber men, especially among older age groups. This difference is largely due to women's higher life expectancy, which averages around 83 years, compared with about 74 years for men. As a result, women make up just over half of Estonia's total population. Estonian women are widely recognized for their high level of education and active participation in the workforce. The country consistently ranks among Europe's leaders in educational achievement, and women hold important roles across business, science, technology, and government. Rather than emphasizing appearance, Estonian culture places strong value on independence, personal responsibility, and lifelong learning. Visitors are often surprised by the personality of Estonians. They are generally quiet, reserved, and respectful of personal space. Small talk with strangers is less common than in many other countries, but this shouldn't be mistaken for unfriendliness. Once trust is built, Estonians are known for being sincere, dependable, and loyal. Independence is another defining characteristic. Many Estonians grow up learning to solve problems on their own and value self-reliance in everyday life. Combined with a deep appreciation for nature and a calm pace of living, these qualities create a society that may seem reserved at first, but one that many visitors come to admire for its honesty, stability, and authenticity. Kihnu Island, one of Europe's last matriarchal communities. Just off Estonia's southwestern coast lies Kihnu Island, a small Baltic island with fewer than 700 residents that preserves one of Europe's most remarkable living traditions. While modern life has reached the island, Kihnu remains famous for its matriarchal cultural heritage, where women have long played a central role in preserving the community's identity. Historically, many of the island's men spent months at sea as fishermen or sailors. During their absence, women took responsibility for managing households, raising children, tending farms, organizing community life, and passing down local customs. Over generations, they became the guardians of Kihnu's unique traditions, ensuring that songs, dances, handicrafts, and folklore survived into the modern era. Traditional weddings on Kihnu are colorful, multi-day celebrations filled with centuries-old rituals. Brides often wear beautifully woven striped skirts, embroidered clothing, and handmade accessories that reflect the island's distinctive craftsmanship. Music, folk dancing, and communal feasts remain important parts of these celebrations, connecting younger generations with their cultural roots. The cultural traditions of Kihnu are so unique that UNESCO has recognized the Kihnu cultural space as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Rather than being a museum frozen in time, Kihnu is a living community where traditions continue to evolve while honoring the past. It stands as a rare example of how a small island has successfully preserved its cultural identity in an increasingly modern world. One of the least religious countries in the world. One of the most surprising facts about Estonia is that it is often ranked among the least religious countries on Earth. According to recent surveys, well over half of the population identifies with no religion, making Estonia one of the most secular societies in Europe. While churches and historic cathedrals remain important cultural landmarks, regular religious practice is relatively uncommon, compared with many neighboring countries. This unique situation is shaped by both history and culture. During the decades when Estonia was part of the Soviet Union, religious institutions faced restrictions, and public expressions of faith declined significantly. Although Estonia regained its independence in 1991 and freedom of religion was fully restored, many people continued to embrace a secular way of life. Today, religious freedom is protected, and individuals are free to practice any faith, or none at all. Despite this low level of religious affiliation, many Estonians maintain a deep spiritual connection with nature. Ancient traditions that predate Christianity continue to influence local culture, especially in rural communities. Sacred groves, ancient oak trees, large boulders, and natural springs have long been regarded as special places. Seasonal celebrations tied to the changing rhythms of nature, such as the summer solstice, remain widely celebrated and bring families together each year. Rather than defining spirituality through organized religion, many Estonians express it through their respect for forests, lakes, and the natural world. This quiet bond with nature has become an enduring part of the country's national identity. Life in one of Europe's most sparsely populated countries, living in Estonia is a completely different experience from life in most of Europe. With vast forests, quiet villages, and a small population spread across the country, many residents enjoy a sense of peace that is becoming increasingly rare in today's fast-paced world. Yet, for newcomers, that same tranquility can sometimes feel surprisingly lonely. Outside the major cities, it isn't unusual to have very few neighbors or to spend long periods surrounded only by nature. During the long winter months, when daylight can last as little as 6 hours in December, the quiet atmosphere becomes even more noticeable. Snow-covered landscapes, frozen lakes, and silent forests create breathtaking scenery. But they can also make daily life feel isolated for those who aren't used to northern climates. Despite its small population, Estonia consistently ranks among the safest countries in Europe. Violent crime rates remain low, and people generally feel comfortable walking through towns and cities, even after dark. This strong sense of security is one of the reasons many families and international professionals choose to live there. Quality of life is another major advantage. Estonia combines clean air, low levels of pollution, efficient public services, and easy access to nature. Whether it's hiking through national parks, cycling along quiet roads, or simply enjoying the silence of the countryside, outdoor activities are a natural part of everyday life. For many Estonians, success isn't measured by crowded cities or busy schedules. It's about having time, space, and balance. That unique lifestyle continues to attract visitors seeking a slower, healthier way of living. Tallinn, a fairy tale capital frozen in time. Estonia's capital, Tallinn, is where medieval history and modern innovation exist side by side. Home to nearly half of the country's population, the city is best known for its remarkably preserved Old Town, which has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1997. Walking through its narrow cobblestone streets, colorful merchant houses, Gothic church spires, and ancient stone walls feels like stepping into the pages of a medieval fairy tale. The heart of the city is Tallinn's Old Town, one of the best preserved medieval urban centers in Northern Europe. Dating back to the 13th century, it was once an important trading hub of the Hanseatic League. Today, visitors can still admire centuries-old towers, hidden courtyards, and historic squares that have changed surprisingly little over hundreds of years. Every corner tells a story of merchants, knights, and craftsmen who once shaped the city's prosperity. One of Tallinn's most extraordinary landmarks is Rajapteek, located in the Town Hall Square. Established in 1422, it is considered one of the oldest continuously operating pharmacies in Europe. For more than 6 centuries, it has served both locals and travelers, and part of the building now functions as a small museum, displaying historic medical instruments and centuries-old remedies. To experience a completely different side of Tallinn, visitors head to the Tallinn TV Tower, the tallest structure in Estonia at 314 meters. From its observation deck, breathtaking panoramic views stretch across the city, the Baltic Sea, and the surrounding forests. The contrast between Tallinn's medieval skyline and its modern architecture perfectly captures Estonia itself, a country where centuries of history coexist with one of the world's most advanced digital societies. Estonia's most unusual sports and competitions. If you think you've seen every sport imaginable, Estonia might surprise you. This small Baltic nation is home to several unusual competitions that combine tradition, creativity, and a great sense of humor, attracting participants and spectators from around the world. One of the most famous is kicking, a sport invented in Estonia in 1993. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary swing, but it's anything but ordinary. Competitors stand on a specially designed giant swing with adjustable steel arms and attempt to complete a full 360-degree rotation without losing momentum. As the swing becomes taller, the challenge grows dramatically, requiring exceptional strength, balance, timing, and courage. Today, Kihnu is recognized as one of Estonia's most distinctive national sports. Another crowd favorite is wife carrying, a light-hearted obstacle race in which one teammate carries the other through mud, water, sand, and wooden barriers as quickly as possible. Although the event originated in neighboring Finland, it has become a popular attraction at festivals across Estonia, where teams compete for fun, teamwork, and bragging rights, rather than serious athletic glory. Throughout the 10, Amtuk Estonia, Banmilua Makden, Levasup, Kama, Kohuke, Banhoa, and Uongbak Auyer, Estonia also hosts a variety of traditional sporting festivals that celebrate local culture and outdoor life. From cross-country skiing and bog hiking to canoe races and community games, these events encourage people of all ages to enjoy nature together. Rather than focusing solely on winning, many Estonian competitions emphasize participation, friendship, and the country's close connection with the outdoors, making them a memorable part of Estonia's cultural identity. Traditional Estonian cuisine. Estonian cuisine may look simple at first, but it reflects centuries of Nordic and Baltic traditions shaped by long winters, dense forests, and a deep respect for local ingredients. Rather than relying on rich spices, Estonian cooking focuses on fresh, seasonal foods such as rye, dairy products, fish, potatoes, mushrooms, and berries. Many traditional recipes have been passed down through generations and remain popular today. At the heart of Estonian cuisine is black rye bread, or rukilaib, often considered the country's national food. Dense, slightly sour, and highly nutritious, rye bread has been a staple of Estonian households for centuries. It is commonly served with butter, cheese, smoked fish, or hearty soups, and many families still bake their own using traditional recipes. One of Estonia's most unusual desserts is leivasup, literally meaning bread soup. Instead of being savory, this sweet dish is made by simmering rye bread with dried fruits, raisins, cinnamon, sugar, and fruit juice before serving it chilled with whipped cream. Another uniquely Estonian food is kama, a nutritious flour blend made from roasted barley, rye, oats, and peas. Mixed with yogurt or kefir, it has long been enjoyed as a healthy breakfast or snack. No discussion of Estonian treats would be complete without kohuke, a beloved snack consisting of sweetened fresh cheese coated in chocolate. Available in dozens of flavors, it is a favorite among both children and adults. Together, these traditional foods reflect the Nordic philosophy of eating: simple ingredients, natural flavors, and meals that are both wholesome and deeply connected to the country's history and climate. Estonia's ancient smoke sauna tradition. Few traditions represent Estonia's cultural heritage better than the smoke sauna, a centuries-old ritual that continues to thrive in the country's southeastern Võru region. Unlike modern saunas, a traditional smoke sauna has no chimney. Wood is burned for several hours, allowing the room to fill with smoke and heat. Once the fire has burned down, the smoke is carefully released, leaving behind warm stone walls and a distinctive smoky aroma that creates a unique atmosphere unlike any ordinary sauna. For Estonians, the smoke sauna has never been just a place to relax. Historically, it served as a space where families gathered, important conversations took place, children were sometimes born, and people prepared for major life events. The ritual symbolizes physical cleansing, emotional well-being, and a deep connection with nature that has been passed down through generations. One of Estonia's most unusual events is the European Sauna Marathon, held each winter in the town of Otepää. Teams travel from sauna to sauna, experiencing different styles of traditional and modern saunas while completing fun challenges along the way. The event has become a popular attraction for both locals and international visitors looking for a uniquely Estonian experience. The cultural significance of the smoke sauna has received global recognition. In 2014, UNESCO added the smoke sauna tradition in Voroma to its representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity, recognizing it as a living tradition that continues to strengthen family bonds, preserve local customs, and celebrate Estonia's rich cultural identity. Estonia's untouched natural beauty. Although Estonia is one of Europe's most digitally advanced nations, nature remains at the heart of everyday life. More than 50% of the country's land area is covered by forests, making it one of the greenest countries on the continent. Towering pine and spruce trees, crystal-clear lakes, peat bogs, and winding rivers create vast wilderness areas where wildlife still thrives. It's not uncommon to encounter elk, deer, wild boar, lynx, or even the elusive brown bear while exploring Estonia's countryside. Estonia's coastline is equally impressive. The country is home to more than 2,300 islands, the second highest number in the Baltic Sea after Sweden. Many of these islands are completely uninhabited, offering peaceful beaches, untouched forests, and dramatic coastal scenery that feels far removed from modern life. To protect its rich ecosystems, Estonia has established 6 national parks, including Lahemaa National Park, the country's oldest and largest. These protected areas preserve ancient forests, wetlands, waterfalls, and traditional fishing villages, making Estonia a paradise for hikers, birdwatchers, and nature photographers. Among Estonia's more unusual natural attractions is the famous football tree near the village of Orisaari on Saaremaa Island. Standing alone in the middle of a football field, the resilient oak has become a local symbol and was even named the European Tree of the Year in 2015 after surviving decades of football matches around it. Perhaps Estonia's greatest natural treasure is something you can't always see: its air. Thanks to its extensive forests, limited heavy industry, and relatively small population, Estonia consistently ranks among the countries with the cleanest air in Europe. For many visitors, simply breathing in the fresh forest air is one of the most unforgettable experiences the country has to offer. Estonia may be small and quiet, but its culture, technology, people, and untouched nature make it one of Europe's most fascinating countries. Which fact surprised you the most? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more incredible stories from around the world.